How you guys doing today? You tuned into MDM Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing the OBSBOT Tail Air. Let's get to the product review. One of the things that I like about the Tail Air a lot is that you can actually use it anywhere that you want. Right now in my kitchen, you might be able to hear my air fryer going in the background, but I'm not in the studio, but I'm in the kitchen, and that's one of the reasons why this is so appealing to me to buy the Tail Air is that it's basically like a DSLR. You know, you can take it with you anywhere you want to the park, to someone's house, family member's house. You can take it to any sports events. If your kids have any kind of sports events, you can take them to sports events and you can record them playing if they have karate or whatever. And I can't even go outside right now. I can pick this up right now and walk around. See, move around. It's not. It's not stationary. Is what I'm saying, and I like that about it. I like that the Tail Air is not a webcam or camera that's stationary. I feel like when OBSBOT created this camera, they thought about those who didn't really want to be stuck to their computer or to their studio area. They wanted to be able to move around. They wanted to be able to, film from their living room, bedroom, um, wherever any other room you may have in your house. So, and with the OBSBOT Tail Air, it gives you that flexibility. You're not just stuck to having this tied down to your computer with the wire in the back. But if you want to use the wire in the back to your computer, your laptop, then you can and you're able to. And it also does work on Chrome OS as well. I've tried it. Please just like and subscribe to my channel. It helps my channel out a lot. I take my time in making these product reviews for you all and getting them to you. So please just help me and my channel out by liking and subscribing to my channel. Good evening. The last time we were here, I was reviewing this little guy right here. It's the OBSBOT Tiny 4K. But this time around, on the last review that I did of the OBSBOT Tiny 4K, I mentioned that I was going to be reviewing this right here, the Tail Air. And this bad boy in itself is a beast. Basically, what OBSBOT did with the Tail Air is essentially they gave you a webcam and a DSLR like capabilities, because I don't when you start saying the word DSLR, people get kind of antsy, or someone may get offended, but because technically it's not a DSLR, so I don't want to put that out there, but that's why I said OBSBOT gave you DSLR like features. For instance, every time I do my product reviews on YouTube, I always use OBS. I use connect my camera on my webcam to my computer, and I record on my computer via OBS. Well, today that's not the case. I have my computer. My computer is actually in sleep mode behind me. I have the Tail Air plugged into my podcast mixer, and this microphone is coming from my mixer, and my mixer is connected to the OBSBOT Tail Air. I have a wide cable with two 1/4-inch males going into two of my headphone adapters, and my Tascam mixer, and the 3.5mm jack is going into the to the OBSBOT right here. Now I do have two OBSBOT. Originally, when I reviewed the OBSBOT Tiny 4K, I mentioned that I wanted to have two. I bought the Tail Air to have as B-roll. But one of the things that I found out when me and my wife started recording our podcast is that the Tail Air is just so much more. It has so much versatility to it, because you don't have to be wired up to a computer or a laptop or a Chromebook, with some of you guys who are familiar with my channel knows this is how I usually record. But I can just set my camera down and use my phone as a monitor, like right here. Getting that? I hope it is. So essentially, OBSBOT has the app. Well, they have the controller. You can control the camera with, or you can just use your phone. You can just use your phone, which is what I'm doing. Your phone, your tablet, your iPad. That they have an app, so you can just record. The OBSBOT has a micro SD card inside of it, and so I just record all the information on the camera, and it goes to the SD card. And once you're finished, you can connect the OBSBOT camera to your computer like it's a webcam, and it'll pull up the SD card. You can just drag and drop it into DaVinci Resolve, whatever editing software that you use. But my point is that that's phenomenal. I couldn't. I think for me, that setup is kind of like out of this world, And I know for people who probably use DSLRs to record their YouTube videos or YouTube content, for them, they're like, man, that's old news. What are you talking about? And you're right, but I think for most people, they tend to go with the setup that works for them. For years, I've always used webcams, the Elgato Face Cam, and also the Logitech Stream Cam. And now then I had the OBSBOT Tiny 4K, and I love the image quality. I don't have any gripe against the Tiny 4K at all. The only gripe that I had is that once I started using the OBSBOT Tail Air and realized that I could use it my phone, it's wireless. I could hook it up to my podcast mixer and just record like I would if I was recording out of OBS. To me, that was a game changer, you know. And also too, it's one less thing. My wife was kind of going on with yesterday. She was like, every time we do our podcast, you always have to set everything up and do this and do that. And she's right. Whenever I was using a webcam in the past, I'd have to get the angles right and do this and do that. But now I can just use my OBSBOT. We both sit back here, looking all pretty. I just control the camera from my phone. And when I want to record, hit record on my phone, and boom, like that, we're we're on air. Or we're recording to later upload it to be on the air. So I think for most people, and I do want to let me back up real quick. I do want to say I did get these two separate times on eBay used. The first time it was like 360, and I think another time somebody was selling it for like 380. But I believe there was a coupon on eBay, so I was able to use the coupon. So brand new, these cameras are gonna run you about $450 if they're on sale at about $499, so about 500. And I got them. I got two separate times. I got them. But I always people that you watch my videos, you watch my reviews, you know what I'm gonna say. I'm always a big proponent of buying items used. If you can buy them used and get them in decent working condition, which these were basically the person that sold the second OBSBOT Tail Air on eBay was like, I used it one time, realized it was too much for what I needed it for, so I just listed it for sale. And I'm like, hey, cool, And I know how that is sometimes. Sometimes when you buy stuff, because I'm guilty of that myself, because I bought the OBSBOT Tiny 4K. Now I have it listed on eBay for sale as well for 119, and I'll put that in the description if you're somebody who may be interested in this webcam. You can go ahead and buy it from me. But so I say all that to say that I understand. I've oftentimes I mean my wife are in the same boat. We'll buy something, realize I don't really like, or it doesn't really function the way I thought it did when I watched a YouTube review. And oftentimes because we'll keep it a little past the return date, we're forced to kind of resell it. Like for instance, I have the Hollyland right here. I reviewed it already in the past, so I'm not trying to review it, but I want to show you guys right here. I have the Hollyland, but I recently listed on eBay for $50 because upon using and engaging with the OBSBOT Tail Air, one of the things I realized is that we can actually use a lapel mic, but we have to use I'm sorry, a lapel lavalier mic, which is basically a wireless mic. We can use a wireless mic, but the base for the Hollyland that I have is only for a Type C, so I can use it on my smartphone or my tablet, but I can't use it on the Tail Air. And I believe because of the way it's designed, I can't actually just use the. I actually looked online for a female to 3.5 millimeter jack, but it didn't have it. So I was seeing that Hollyland, they have a newer lavalier mic that came out this year, and it comes with two bases. It comes with the base to be able to connect to a DSLR, which has the double 3.5 right here millimeter jack you need to put into the base of the base of the lavalier mic, and also put into the OBSBOT Tail Air. So I was like, wow, I can. Maybe I'll do a review of that. Or not, I will. Maybe I will. I will do a review of that once it comes in, and I play around with it for a while. But again, technology is just becoming so at ease. It's like if I wanted to do a review sitting outside in my patio area, I could, but I won't, because I live in the city, and we like, people live in the city, you can like write up on your neighbors. I don't want people to come outside and, walking and taking out trash or walking their dog, and they see me out there filming. I gotta stop the filming, so I'd rather just do it somewhere in my home. So that's enough of me rambling. I did want to kind of talk about the OBSBOT a little bit. I feel like I've been talking about talking around it, but talking about everything besides the OBSBOT. So right now, what I'll do is I'll just talk about the OBSBOT real quick, right? So this one, initially, I had it on my podcast mixer, and I'll show you all before the video is over. But right here, it has a button right here. See that? If you hold it, it'll cut it off. Right now it's on. If you hold it, it'll cut it off. Right here, it's the battery. It's the battery. Shows you the battery life of the life of the battery inside the OBSBOT camera. It's 4 lights. So right now it's fully charged, or fully charged ish. You can use that right here. I'm sorry. It's the SD slot right here. I have an SD card in there. Right here, you can buy whatever that piece is called to HDMI, and you can actually put it inside of a video switcher if you wanted to. Me personally, I'd rather just connect the other camera to my tablet, because I just tried a while ago. I'm guessing the OBSBOT camera, the OBSBOT app, or at least they have OBSBOT Studio and they have OBSBOT Live. I'm using the OBSBOT Studio to record from the OBSBOT. You can control it from your phone, record from your phone, stop from your phone, and even after you're done recording, you can watch what's on the SD card from your phone and hear the audio from your phone. So it's really amazing. So in this right here, if you're using the OBSBOT, and because it took me a while to figure this out, but if you're using the OBSBOT and it does die, from there you can just plug up this is Type C. You plug up a old battery box, like if you're on the road or if you're at the park watching your kids, and you got like a battery charging pack to your phone to keep your phone charged, but it's not actually in a physical because you're outside, there's no actual wall. So one of those charging bricks, if you wanted to keep the OBSBOT going while you were recording somewhere, or you could just simply connect it to your PC or your laptop or your MacBook or your Chromebook, and then it would charge that way, continue shooting. This right here, you can actually, it won't hurt the camera. You can just turn it around like that when you want to, but with your hand, you can spin it around. In some instances, I found that's probably a lot more better. Especially like sometimes like with the app, you gotta, you hold it, and there might be a slight delay, but it's not really noticeable. Or if it is, it doesn't really, not a big deal, because if you're messing around if you're trying to pan the camera view, you're not actually recording, so you don't care if it's a slight delay. But in some instances, I've seen that I just get the camera and just move it like this right here. You know what I'm saying? So in some instances, I've seen that it's easier just to use your hand. It won't ruin the camera. It's not going to damage the camera. even when you turn the camera, at some point it'll stop. Like it won't go no more. So then you can go like the other way. And then again, you hear that click, it stopped. You can't turn it no more. So one of the things that I like about the OBSBOT is that you can actually position it anywhere you want to, and that way you can just turn. You can just position the actual base, and so that's one thing that I like about it as well. Um, I will show you my mixer after a while, so you can kind of see my setup. Also, I'll let you see the other OBSBOT camera as well, so you don't think that I'm lying. But this is a game changer. This is really a game changer. I love that you can record 4K, 1080, and again, I'm at my studio desk because I want to use my studio lights, but I'm not actually using my computer. Only thing I have is just my Tascam 4 podcast mixer, which I never reviewed. I'm sorry, guys. I said I was going to review it in a past video. I just never reviewed it. But I have, like I said, I have the audio cable to the Y cable to the two XLR. I'm sorry, not XLR, 2/4 inch to my two headphone jacks, and my Tascam podcast mixer, and the 3.5 audio inside the OBSBOT camera, and voila, I'm able to record using my professional microphone that's connected XLR to the OBSBOT. It's again that is a game changer. Now, real quick, let me show you my setup real quick. I'll use the other OBSBOT camera to actually show you how everything is set up, so you can kind of see for yourself. So here we go. Right now, this is my mixer, the Tascam Mixcam 4. It is a podcast mixer. You're able to take phone calls and connect to your phone via Bluetooth. So if you wanted to make phone calls to somebody, or have somebody call into your show, you could via Bluetooth. Well, we're not here talking about that. I just wanted to show you you see the cable right here? The cable. This is connected to my other OBSBOT Tail Air. I'm using one OBSBOT Tail Air to record this right here. And no, I'm not using a microphone that I have. I'm using the built-in microphone on the OBSBOT Tail Air. The other one is connected to my to my mixer. So I'll turn it around and show you right here. You see right here, I have the OBSBOT Tail Air right here. I have the cable I was telling you about. I have it into the OBSBOT. This is the one I was just using to record the video you saw of me a while ago, and it's just again just to show you. And right here, I'll pan down to my desk. My desk is kind of messy, so don't judge me. I had my phone sitting on here as a monitor, and this is the OBSBOT Tiny I was just showing you guys about. So this is kind of what it is. And again, the Tail Air right here. And you can see my studio lights right here, right here. So there you go, the mixer. So to conclude this review of the OBSBOT Tail Air 1, I just want to make clear, this is if I haven't said it already, if the prices hasn't giving you the insight that it's a Tail Air 1, I'll say it. This is the Tail Air 1, the first one. They do have a new one out, the Tail Air 2. It's about, I think it's about $1,000, but that's way over my budget. Again, I will put, for anybody who's interested in the tail in the OBSBOT Tiny 4K and the Hollyland lavalier mic, I will have the links to that on my eBay, where I have them listed for sale. When you go there, they may or may not already be sold. So if you want them, definitely go out and purchase them. They're definitely pretty. I have them at a pretty affordable price. So I'm not trying to advertise my eBay. I'm just saying I'll leave the link to these items in my video description, because I do have them listed for sale on my eBay. In conclusion, for the OBSBOT Tail Air, the webcam, like I said before, if you're a podcaster, if you're a content creator, any of the sort, if you're someone who likes to hike, I think that, or should I say, sporting activities, hiking is kind of specific, but if you're anybody, somebody who just likes the liberty of having a camera or a webcam like camera with DSLR like features, the OBSBOT definitely is for you. I would go out and get it right now. Um, it's wireless. It's definitely a great image quality. I believe the lens is a 1.8 lens. I'm not really too technical in lenses and things like that, but I just know that's what the lens is. Again, it's a light camera. If you're gonna use it like freehand, I would definitely put it on a monopod, which is a pod you screw the camera onto and hold it, and or some type of stand where you can hold it, because it's plastic. The camera's made of plastic. If you drop it, you're probably gonna break it or damage it in some capacity. So, and I know that's not what you want, and that's not what I want for you. Again, you can usually catch these on eBay on the cheap end for about 380, 370. Whether or not you might find it for like 400, 450, 420. So again, this is Dale from Indie Reviews. I hope you appreciate it. My review of the OBSBOT Tail Air. Again, it's definitely a webcam slash DSLR that I feel like you definitely would enjoy once you have it. And one of the things that I forgot to leave out in my review is that even if you do use OBS, but OBSBOT has their own recording software for your PC or MacBook. It's OBSBOT Center. You can record. But one of the things that I like about the OBSBOT again is that you can even record on the OBSBOT Center without having it connected to your computer. So you can still record on your PC without having the OBSBOT Tail Air connected via wire, just like you can on your phone. But it's not really recording to your phone; it's recording to the OBSBOT Air SD card. It's just using your phone to kind of control it. So again, definitely any reviews, please like and share the video. And if those items are something that you want to purchase, go to the link and buy them. Until next time, peace.